If you're a freelancer, you very well know how complicated and exhausting scheduling appointments with your clients is. Going back and forth to confirm a time, then sending the confirmation details, and then sending the reminders. All of this takes a lot of time, which is not really productive. That's where Dubsado schedulers come in. If you are using Dubsado and not using schedulers, you are missing out on a lot. Two reasons why I personally love using Dubsado scheduler is number one, because it is so extremely customizable, and number two, because it integrates flawlessly with the workflows and allows me to do tasks like sending a follow-up email right after someone has booked an appointment, sending reminders, sending forms once someone has completed an appointment, and so much. So if you are wondering how to use your Dubsado scheduler the right way, today's video is all about setting up your Dubsado schedulers and using it in the right way. Hi, I'm Deepthi, a certified Dubsado specialist, a content creator, and a mom. And on this channel, we talk about setting up Dubsado features as a beginner and client experience and workflows. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to it to not miss out on weekly beginner-friendly Dubsado tutorials, and join my free Facebook group for Dubsado beginners to have your answers for any Dubsado related questions. Before we set up a scheduler today, we have to update two things in Dubsado. First is the scheduler settings, and second are the necessary email templates that go out with your scheduler, which is confirmation email, reminder email, and the invitation email, of course. So let's start with setting up the basic settings. You have to first go to the settings section and then go to integrations. In there, you'll see an option to integrate video conferencing tool. Currently, it is linked with Zoom for me, but I'll show you how you can integrate other tools as well. So currently, Dubsado allows Zoom 8x8 and Google Meet for video conferencing. All you need to do is click on Add Conferencing Service and then continue. If you want to know how you can use an external video conferencing tool with Dubsado, I have the next video coming on this very topic, so stay tuned. Until then, you have to go to the conferencing services, pick up the option that you want to choose, hit connect, enter in your login address and password, update the settings, and then go. Once these settings are done, the second thing we need to do is creating the canned emails that go out as scheduler invitation, confirmation, and reminder. I'll go into the templates and then to the canned emails section. Now, Dubsado offers you some ready-to-use canned email templates. I'll go ahead and use one of them right now. So I'll go to the scheduler invitation email and edit the email body as per my liking. So let's start. Hi, client name. I'd like to schedule an appointment with you. Please use the link below to choose a time that works for you. Scheduler link, I'll add a greeting before we end. Regards. And that's good enough for me. For the confirmation email that goes out once the client has scheduled the appointment, for the confirmation email, I'll create a new canned response. I'll name it scheduler confirmation. I'll name it thank you for confirming our appointment. I'll use smart fields wherever necessary. And dear client first name, thank you for confirming your appointment. Here are our meeting details. I'll include details like date, time, appointment duration, location, and to fill in these details, I'll use the smart fields again. For appointment date, I'll go to smart field, click on appointment, and pick the right option. So date is appointment start date. Time is appointment start time. Appointment duration as appointment duration. Pretty easy, right? And for appointment location, I'll go pick on appointment location. If you want to add your appointment scheduler name, you can add it. So I don't like it, so I'll skip that step. So I'll end the email with a general greeting. Wish you a great day ahead. Regards, Deepti. So this email signature I've already created in my canned email section, and my confirmation email that goes out once the client has picked up a time is ready. The third email I would need is the reminder emails that remind the client when the appointment is due soon. So this is the appointment email, reminder email that's already there, created in Dubsado, and it says your upcoming appointment with Deepti Saini. So hey, client first name. This is a reminder that your appointment with Deepti Saini is coming up. Title, date, time, location. If you cannot make your appointment, kindly use the links below to cancel or reschedule. These are the links. Thank you. That's good. So save and close. Now that we have our tools ready, let's go and create a scheduler. I go to the templates again and click on scheduler. To create a scheduler, I can create one from scratch by clicking on add template, or use the current one and make a duplicate copy and then go ahead and edit it. I'll create a new one for our reference here. Let's name the scheduler as a discovery call with Deepti Dubsado Pro. Appointment duration, let's say 30 minutes. I can add a custom time if I want. When can this appointment be scheduled? So I have to tell it, is it for a fixed date or a rolling day window or for indefinitely? I'll click on rolling day window and then say 30 days into the future. Now my calendar would be available only for the 30 days in future, and now I can go ahead and update my availability here. Let's say this is good enough for me. Once booked, make sure you mark this as busy, otherwise you can get double or triple booked. Adding the location here, let's say Zoom. I want to add video conferencing to these emails. For this invitation email, I'll go ahead and find my canned email, appointment invitation, and I have it here. I'll click on save, and my basic Dubsado scheduler is now ready. But wait, there's more. Now we have to update the advanced settings of the scheduler, which are, when do you want to prevent booking this appointment for? So for me personally, I do not want my calendar to be booked anytime before 24 hours at least. I prefer to create a buffer time 30 minutes before and after each appointment. So I create 30 here. Now do remember to update the advanced settings for the scheduler as well, because this is where the customizations go to the next level. So in the customizations, in the advanced settings of the scheduler, we have to actually tell Dubsado when to show the, for example, I personally preferred my calendar not to be booked within the first 24 hours, so that I have a complete control over the next 24 hours of the day. So when I mention 24 hours as my prevention time, no one can actually go ahead and book me within the 24 hours, and they'll be only shown appointment slots after 24 hours onwards. Now, buffer time is actually how much time do you want to prepare after or before a meeting is over. So for me, I prefer a 30-minute time interval once a meeting is over, so that I have enough time to wrap up the meeting in case it goes overboard, and I have enough time to grab some refreshments or go to the loo as well. Now, increments is how your time availability is shown to your clients. It could be 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 30 minutes is a good way, but you can increase or decrease it the way you prefer. Now, how many appointments do you want Dubsado to allow per day of this particular category? For example, I personally won't like to get on more than 2 discovery calls a day, because they take a lot of energy and intention. So maybe allowing maximum 2 appointments per day, so that if 2 are booked, your calendar will not show availability for the remaining hours for this particular discovery call scheduler. And this is where the things get even more interesting. So what happens is, if this is a public scheduler, let's say you have embedded this on your link in bio on Instagram, or on your website, when you limit its number of use, anyone who uses your scheduler would only be able to use it once, and no one else can then have access to it. So it is not generally a good practice to give it a limited number of allowance if this is something that you will be using publicly. But in case you are going to use the scheduler in side projects, then whenever you share the scheduler with your clients, they won't be able to reuse that link to book an appointment with you again. So that's pretty smart, isn't it? However, there is one particular situation where you can actually use this limited number of usage of scheduler to its full potential. The example is when you are, let's say, launching a service and you're offering a free discovery call to the first 5 people who apply to work with you, so that anyone who applies after the 5th person has booked the appointment, the link won't work. Cool, isn't it? Okay, now coming to the remaining section of this advanced settings. What do you want this scheduler to be named as? So I prefer greetings from Deepti. Confirmation email. Remember, we created the canned email. I'll go here, type in scheduler confirmation and additional form. If this is a discovery call, I would want my lead qualification form to be attached to it. So I'll go ahead, pick my lead capture form. And if you want it to be redirected to someone, if you want this page to be redirected to some other page that you prefer, maybe your website, this is the option where you can do so. Simply add the URL here and you will be good to go. Now coming to the additional options. Do you know you can actually create an invoice with the scheduler as well? Yes. All you need to do is simply allow the scheduler to show an invoice, create a new line item in here. Let's say discovery call. Assuming you don't do discovery calls for free, and that's a good point. So 30 minutes Zoom call, 30 minutes Zoom consultation. I want to add a quantity. Let's say I charge $100 for discovery calls. Add a tax item if applicable, add discounts if applicable, add a category if applicable, and click on add item. Your line item has now been created. Allow clients to apply discounts if you are allowing discounts, of course. If you click yes, it would ask you to select a discount that you have created, for example. Now, notifications. Would you want your clients to be notified prior to the meeting time? Yes, of course. So I'll create a reminder, let's say 24 hours before the meeting starts, and I'll select my email template, appointment reminder. I'll maybe add one more reminder an hour before our call, so that my client has access to that email right in front of the inbox and he doesn't have to go deep down and find my email for the appointment link and password. That done, the final thing here is checking in whether you want this to show as a monthly view or a weekly view. Currently, if unchecked, it is a weekly view. I toggle the button on to show us as a monthly view and I'll click on save. Now let's see how my scheduler looks to my client. I'll go ahead, copy this link and paste it in another window. And there I have it. So this is my scheduler. I'll zoom out a bit and let's say I want to book an appointment for 10th of June at 9 a.m. I click on submit and next. And this now redirects me to the lead capture form I had previously selected. I'll enter in the name details, select the service and click on submit. And once I'm done, it will automatically lead me to the invoice wherein an invoice has been created. I have to pay to actually book this appointment. And that's it. You are done. Now, before we wrap up today's video, here's your Dubsado tip of the week. If you have scheduled an appointment outside of the workload, there is a way to actually link this scheduler to within the project. And this is how you can do it. Simply click on the meeting that you have scheduled with your client. Once this opens up, you have to assign this to a project. Find the project that your client is in. Let's say it's the sample job done for me, and I'll click on save. Now, this appointment would be shown inside my client project as well. Here's how you can find it. Go to the project, click on the project, open it up, and go to appointments now. And you can see the discovery call with Laura is now attached to my project. And that's it for today. I hope you liked today's video. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and join my free Facebook community for Dubsado beginners, wherein we talk about Dubsado features, questions, and answers. If you subscribe to my channel, hit a thumb, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram,